Welcome everyone to Behind the Brand. My name is Sari Vaz. I am the host of this great podcast that we talk to great entrepreneurs and business owners around our area and around the country. Today, I have a special guest with me, my sister from Miami. Um, she is an amazing young lady, and her name is Rebecca Castaneda. She's the owner of Becca Cast Lifts and Castaneda Strings. Oh my God, I'm so happy you were able to join me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm
Of
so excited.
course.
And it's so good to talk to you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. It's a busy schedule that we both have, but I'm glad that we are able to talk to each other today. Um,
For
so,
sure.
yeah, I want to know a little bit about you, who you are, and about yourself. And we could start with the Becca Cast Lifts business. Okay, I know you have two businesses right
For
now.
sure.
Okay, so let's
For
start with that
sure.
one first. Tell me a little bit about you and why you started this business.
For sure. So I honestly started from a place of personal experience. So my journey, my personal journey, right before the whole business, came the story of a girl who was just overweight, who was not healthy,
Hmm.
who didn't feel good in her own body, and who decided to do something about it. And it's crazy because it started there. Like, it just started with me wanting to better myself and get healthy.
Hmm.
And I started my journey, and it took me about 3 years to lose about 60 pounds. And then from there I was like, oh my goodness, like,
Hmm.
I did this, like, I did it, like, thank you, Lord. Like,
Hmm.
because I know God gave me the
Oh,
self-control to
absolutely.
let go of that fast food, let go of being lazy,
Hmm.
getting on my feet and being active and doing what I had to do to improve my health. So that's really where my journey started when it came to health and fitness. And from there, I realized I wanted to help other people also improve in their health and fitness. And I was like, you know what? Let me get my personal training certification. So then I got my NASM certification, and I started doing personal training and just working at like commercial gyms, working at parks, doing my own little side hustle aside from working at the gyms. And then from there, I realized that I want to start an online coaching
Hmm.
business. And because, that's where everything's at right now. Like, it's
Yes.
online, it's
Yes.
social media. Like, you want to
Hmm.
grow a business, that's like the best place to go. And like, Instagram is basically like a place where you can run your ads all day, every day, talk about yourself, like, that is the place. So I was like, let me get on social media and let me talk about my story, and let me see if I can reach others and help others with what I've learned, and with the knowledge that I've learned through the certifications. So that's, in the small summary, a little bit about me and how I started off.
Wow. And how long ago was that you started? You said 3 years ago?
It took me 3 years to lose the weight, and I started back in I would say 2016, 2017, when I started my own personal journey. And then I got my certification probably like 2020.
Okay, so it's been a while that you've had it. And
Yes.
awesome. That's excellent. And
Yes.
what is the mission behind your coaching business? Because, there's a lot of people out there that have the same type of view of, oh, let me do online coaching. Like, what is the difference between you and maybe somebody else? Like, what do you bring to the table to your clients?
For sure. I would say the difference between me and maybe other personal trainers, maybe that I have the experience of living it out. A lot of the times you'll find personal trainers,
Hmm.
and a lot of them are people who, they've had good habits. They've just always been healthy. They've always
Hmm.
been fit. They've always liked being active. Maybe they've never struggled with food addiction. Like, I struggled with binge eating. I've struggled with so many things. So for me, my clientele is definitely those who want to lose the weight and want someone who understands them. That's where I specialize. So I would say the difference between me and maybe hiring someone else is definitely that I've lived it. Like I've lived being overweight. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference in that, because you're gonna hire someone who actually understands what it's like to be in your shoes. If you're someone who's looking to lose weight, or maybe someone who's struggled with food addiction, or maybe who's someone who's been a emotional eater, right?
Yeah.
Like I definitely could understand my clients when they come to me, they're like, hey, like I'm struggling. Like I low key, food is the way I cope. Like, help me. And it's like, I can understand them. I won't just like judge them, or be like, just have self control. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just like you're in it or you're not. Like you're gonna be disciplined or you're gonna work out. I'm definitely the kind of person who I have. When you've been through something, you have more compassion for people.
Exactly.
So I feel like because I've been through it and it took me a long time. The fad diets didn't work. I figured that out. I did it the slow way. I did it the right way. And I'm not saying that other people who had quicker results didn't do it the right way, but I'm just saying like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like things that are done right usually take longer, right?
Absolutely, it's
Because
true. And
it's the
sometimes we do
truth.
want the shortcut because, it's hard. I know with myself, there's been times I used to love doing kickboxing for years, and then you kind of fall off the wagon due to life happening, and then just trying to get back to it, it's really difficult. And,
That's true.
seeing someone like you, like I follow you on Instagram, I will definitely be putting your link and everything on this video so people could find you.
Appreciate.
Maybe you have a website too, directly for to do sessions with you or anything like that. Let me know. We'll put it down at the in the video as well. But it is hard to find people that could empathize with you, understand, been through it. It is a different feeling working with someone that you feel they're not judging you. That hey, I've been there, I've been in your shoes, but look at me now. I could bench. How much can you bench now?
That's so funny. Yesterday I actually did a little PR. I benched 160 for 2 reps, so that was fun.
Ooh, look at you. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, we be seeing you. We see you.
We're trying.
Oh
I'm
man,
doing it.
and
I'm doing it.
yeah, you're doing it exactly. And so, a quick question: when it comes to like different, obviously everybody's different. One diet's not going to work for another person, or one exercise is not maybe going to work for everybody, right? How do you
For
normally
sure.
customize for a client? Do you have that one-on-one with them, see what they're at, and then kind of customize it, or how do you work?
Definitely. So the process for me is we do an onboarding form. So they fill out the form with all just like basic questions that will help me, and then we do a one-on-one call so I get to know them better, and we can speak on the phone and get all the details of where they're really at, right? Because like you said, every person is different. So
Mm-hmm.
um based on your needs, based on where you're at in life, like I'm not gonna put someone who has a very busy schedule, maybe is a mom of four,
Mm-hmm.
at the same maybe routine as someone who's single and doesn't have other responsibilities, right? So it really is customized to where you're at in life, what your goals are. There's sometimes I have trainees who they're not trying to lose weight; they're actually trying
Mm-hmm.
to gain weight, right? We have so many
Oh
different kinds of
yeah, that
people
is
out there that want
true.
help in the fitness world, right? Or they're starting their fitness journey.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what your goals are, from there I will create your nutrition plan and your coaching program.
Wow. So you also do the nutrition part of it?
Yes. Mhm.
Wow, that's excellent. So, because you don't hear that a lot. Sometimes people just do the exercise part of it and not the nutrition. So you do both.
Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. So that's a plus. Also, the other question I had was that how do you encourage when you have a client that is discouraged that says, you know what, this is not for me. I can't do this anymore. I just don't have the time.
How do I encourage someone? I would say
Like, have you had that happen to
there's
you?
like there's yes, for sure. I would say there's like the two sides, right? You're gonna get good cop, bad cop, Rebecca, because I'm gonna hear you out at first, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I hear you, I hear what you're going through, like, and I want to know what's going on, because a lot of times it's not just that, like that's the surface,
Hmm.
maybe they're overwhelmed at work, maybe there's a lot going on in their family, maybe they're going through like a family crisis, like, I'll try to like, as much as the person allows me to know, I want to check in with them aside from the fitness world. Like, hey, what's going on? Is there something that might be hindering you from doing this fully? Is what I'm programming too overwhelming for you? So I think
Mhm.
it's those two things right there where I will, try to hear them out and see where they're at before, I give them that more strict coaching where, hey, let's be for real, right? Because then
Mhm.
there's the other side, right? Like there's real life, and I'll meet you in the middle. We'll work together. If something is going on in the family, we'll bring things down, but we're gonna make it happen so that you feel like you're winning that week. You're still showing up for yourself because that's
Mhm.
important. But then there's the other side, right? If there really isn't anything going
Mhm.
on and life is, thank you Jesus, things are still
Mhm.
good, like the stresses are the same. You just have your job, and I'm not saying that that's not like that can be a big stressor, but nothing really crazy is happening. That's where I'm just gonna be like, okay, look, you hired me to be your accountability, and I'm gonna be your accountability. This is real life. Most
Mhm.
people have this exact moment that you're going through, and everybody faces this reality. It's either you're gonna stick it through for yourself because you're not doing it for me, you're not doing it for anyone else, you're doing it for you. So
Mhm.
it's either you're gonna stick it through and say, you know what, if I base my life off of feelings, I'm not gonna get far in anything, and my health is important to me. So that's where I'm gonna push them, and I'm gonna be like, hey, look, this is the time to show up for you, because if you wait for next year to call me again and say, you know what, now I'm ready, like
Mhm.
the reality is there's always gonna be a season where you're gonna face the temptation to want to quit. Like that's just a reality of life. So just kind of give them a reality check.
Mhm.
Hey, you're normal, you're human, but let's do what's right in this
Mhm.
situation. Let's do what's right and let's keep pushing through. Like I believe in you, been there, I understand you, but push through because you're gonna regret it more if you quit than if you keep going. Like you're never gonna regret pushing yourself,
That's
right?
so true. Yep, that's so true. So yeah, no, that is really good. And have you noticed, is there like a plateau time frame that you normally say, people normally at this stage, 3 months in, they're like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Do you notice that?
I think that every person's different.
Mm-hmm.
I've had clients that yeah, every person's different. I honestly can't say I've noticed like an exact
Mm-hmm.
date, but definitely everybody goes through those plateau seasons, like
Mm-hmm.
in like reality of like the maybe the scale not moving,
Yeah.
like the facts not moving. So and then that one's hard because it's like, hey, the scale is not moving, like this isn't working, people want to freak out, and it's like, hey, don't freak out, like
Mm-hmm.
this is real life. Like real life is that sometimes you're going to be doing all the right things and the scale might not move.
Yeah.
Like that is a real thing. Like and then next thing you know, because you decided to ignore the scale and ignore your feelings that want to tell
Mm-hmm.
you to quit, that none of this matters, and you keep pushing forward, next thing you know, month 2, the next month there's a big whoosh down, right? Like there's
Mm-hmm.
a drop, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds this month, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, it wasn't just from this month. It was water weight maybe that you held back in the past
Yeah.
month. Maybe there's, like there's so many different factors that, that's why I can't say like there's a specific month for like everyone, like, at month 3 everybody or month 2, but sometimes that really is even like just a change in your sleep schedule, just a change in your stressors, like that can really take an effect on how you make progress. But ultimately when you find yourself in a plateau, I always tell my clients, now is not the time to quit. Like going back to this is real life. Like
Mm-hmm.
like real life is this. You will push through, you stay consistent because that's how you win. Like there's no
Mm-hmm.
such thing as like because you wished it would happen at a certain time or a certain way, right? It's gonna happen. No, you have to push through.
Awesome. And do you have like different plans that people if they go to your website or they reach out to you, do you have different plans like coaching them? I'm not too sure. How does that work? Is it twice a week, 3 times a week, every day? Like,
For sure. All my plans are custom made.
mm-hmm.
So once they fill out the form, if they do just want an online coaching program based on what they fill out in the form, I will customize their programming. And then obviously if they do the online coaching where it's more like one-on-ones with me and we're doing check-ins weekly, that becomes a bit more detailed, right? They get much more information there and accountability.
Okay. So do you reach out to them through text on, let's say they want to, your services 3 times a week? Is everything
Mhm.
online where you see each other? Like, how does that work? The online part of it.
So as of right now, I have everything on Instagram. I do have a form there in my link.
Okay.
And then I do usually reach out through DM, or once, because sometimes I get clients who reach out to me through DM first. So I guess that's why I say through DM. But if they
Hmm.
fill out the form, I'll reach out to them through text because I also get their number through that
Okay.
form.
And you're doing this full time?
At the moment, no.
No.
Eventually, God willing.
Okay. And now let's talk about the other passion you have, music.
Yes, I love music.
So what
That's
is it that
my
you
that's my
love to
heart.
play? What's the other business you have right now? The Castaneda strings.
Yes, so that is my violin business on that platform, right? This is like the other side of Rebecca, right?
Uh-huh.
There's like two sides. It's so funny. People always tell me like it's just so funny that like I you go from like lifting so much weight to like playing a classical instrument. But okay, so the story behind the violin and how
Hmm.
that started, that passion. I started playing the violin when I was 12 years old. And I want to make this on, but I'm gonna make it short. I love to
It's
talk.
okay.
My brother actually started playing before me. He's 4 years older than me. So when I was in first grade, he started, and he was in fifth grade. And I remember I was like, I want to be like my brother. Like he is my inspo.
Aw.
It's my brother Isaac. I don't know if you've ever met him, um, but he was playing the violin,
Uh-huh.
or he plays the violin, and he inspired me. I started, and then throughout all middle school, high school, I played the violin. I wanted to be a music major and join the
Wow.
Houston Symphony, and really, really, go full time in the music world. But life took different turns, and I have different passions.
Yeah.
But I remain playing my instrument and developing my skill, and I learned to play by ear, and eventually I
Wow.
started playing at my church,
Yes,
and
I've heard you
really.
play, and you really, honestly, you do have a passion for it. I remember last year, I think it was at the event, at the apostolic event, and you did a solo. Wow. I was like, wow, that was incredible.
Praise God.
Incredible. Yeah. So
Thank you, sis.
absolutely you have a talent for it, a passion for
Eh,
it. And I love the fact that you do classes. So how do people get in touch with you? Do you have a different Instagram for that?
So the
I
same as
believe you,
my Fit page, I do
uh-huh,
have the form
the
on
form
that
through
page as
there.
well
Okay.
that they can fill out. Yes. So depending on what service you want, right? If you're looking for classes, there's a form for that. If you're looking for someone to play at an event, you can also fill out that form. So I do weddings, I do bridal showers, I do proposals,
Ooh.
all different kinds of events. There really isn't a limit to what kind of event. But for any services that you need, if you want to add a touch of a, class there, and you want to add, violin, that's always something nice to do for events. But yes, the form should be in the bio as well, in the Instagram bio.
And which areas do you go to? I know you're in Florida, you're in
It's
Miami, right?
yes, yes. So South Florida, Miami area.
So that
Mhm.
that's where you would cover that area.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. I love this for you. I'm so excited for you. You're such a talented
For
young
sure.
woman and you're making a
Thank you.
difference. Honestly, I'm really happy that you came in here today and took some of your time. I know you're busy to be here and talk
Thank,
about who you are, who's behind your brand. And
thank
that's
you.
why I love this podcast because I want to bring people that want to talk about their passions, what they're all about, because sometimes we don't get to do that, right? We
For
promote our
sure.
businesses, but sometimes we don't talk enough about who we are, what is our story, why are we different than maybe somebody else. We might be a better fit for someone once they hear what we're all about. So,
For sure, for sure.
yeah,
Thank
do
you
you
so
want
much
to
for having me.
absolutely, and do you want to say anything else? Anything that
Um,
comes to mind when it comes to people connecting with you about these two things? I know you have Instagram. Is there a future website that you're planning on or anything like that to do?
yes, actually, at the moment, I do have like an official website for the Castaneda strings. So if they do go to my violin page, they'll find a legit website there that also has the whole form process. It's more way more developed than the fitness one, so that one's definitely there now.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So just make
Hmm.
sure you send me all that info, and then I
For
could put
sure.
it on the video. We'll share it through YouTube. Anybody that wants to get in touch with you in that area that, has a special event and they want someone special that actually loves music. And I'm telling you, not because you're here, but you do feel the difference when somebody's, anointed by it and is able to play. And, I love it. I love listening
Thank
to
you,
you playing.
sis.
Hopefully I'll have an event someday that I could bring you over
For
to
sure, for
yeah,
sure.
to play. But I thank you so much for being here today. Once again, I want to say to everybody that's listening, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for
Yes.
being part of Behind the Brand podcast. I bring people here that are passionate about what they do, and I'm excited to every other week try to bring you someone that you could not just learn from, but also attain their services. So once again, thank you so much, Rebecca, for being
Thank you
here with
so
me today.
much.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. God bless. And to the next time.